rightly or wrongly, there are parts in the country that are specifically mentioned to be hotspots. Some of them in Pretoria, some of them in Johannesburg. And the allegations in the public space are these, and these are more trading than anything, than labs, it seems, that supply of drugs, maybe let me say, that happens under protection of police officers, and that is why even communities are unable to win when they try and fight that. I'm asking that kind of question.
Yes, Commissioner, I think it's very valid and a valid concern of community members. What I would plea is that if community members are aware of such, is to report that activities to higher levels within SAPS and the DPCI, and we will definitely give the necessary attention to it, and by means of criminal investigations and disciplinary investigations, ensure that we get rid of that rotten apples that are actively participating then in criminality within the narcotic trade.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. General, the Groblersdal super lab, was that the only super lab that you've been able to detect and dismantle?
No, by no means, Commissioners. On an annual basis, clandestine laboratories of different size and nature are detected within South Africa, approximately 20 per annum. And it shows us just the extent of the activities, but indeed it's a continuous process. So as we dismantle a clandestine laboratory, obviously there are more still in operation that we need to identify and then dismantle without delay.
And the Groblersdal matter, where is it now within the criminal justice process?
Commissioners, it came to my knowledge this morning that the matter is still before court, and there's a possibility of a plea and sentence agreement on the matter. It's postponed until later in May of this year for a decision on that matter.
Thank you, General. Can we then move on to the next topic on page 12, which is mandatory national instructions and protocol for the seizure of drugs? Can